So we're live, and a lot of this is to test audio. I'm not sure if I effectively set it up to where it could capture any computer audio, and I think it's probably not the case. All right. We got the input and output from the wireless headset, and yet the speakers continue to go. I think that's because of the broadcast settings. I'm going to take a look at that real quick. And that's not it. Pretty interesting. I know what's coming from now. It's GarageBand's processing through the speaker system because of the composite audio driver. So we've got feedback. Great. That's coming from the speakers. I'm going to cut them off now. All right. Let's take a look at Panda. I think we need to share the screen here. Let's do that. Patent US 8682892 B1 abstract. Verbatim says methods, systems, and apparatus, including computer programs encoded on computer storage media for ranking search results. One of the methods includes determining for each of a plurality of groups of resources a respective count of independent incoming links to resources in the group. Determining for each of the plurality of groups of resources a respective count of reference queries. Determining for each of the plurality of groups of resources a respective group specific modification factor, wherein the group specific modification factor for each group is based upon the count of independent links and the count of reference queries for the group, and associating with each of the plurality of groups of resources the respective group specific modification factor for the group, wherein the respective group specific modification for the group modifies initial scores generated for resources in the group in response to received search queries. Now that's very recursive language and a lot of logical loops in here, but particular attention should be obviously given to the fact that we are talking about groups of resources. Therein, the Panda algorithm bypasses simple link building strategies, including those, I believe, which utilizes social media link 1, social media link 2, social media link 3, XXX, so on and so forth, infinity. And that is the strategy of many people who have begun to employ social media as a hopeful means of ranking on the website. Often they end up ranking their social media presence from other factors better than the website they hope to rank. We look at a group and the association of groups of resources, and this suggests to me association between resources in the group as well as, well, it drops the idea of a single entity standing alone propped up by links. It's a group wherein a single entity is part of a group and has connectivity to each of the members of the group. So that if I'm on Facebook or LinkedIn or Tumblr and I link to a website but no one else does except for single entities on other social media websites, and all of the links are singular in that they don't participate in connectivity with any other entity or authority. That's one directional, and that is, in essence, a simple linear link strategy, and it doesn't work. Connectivity between entities, wherein a mention in here it talks about, it doesn't say citations. Reference, no, that's not that. Independent links in the count of reference queries for the group and associating with each of the plurality of groups of resources. This group specific modification factor for the group. We have the connectivity here implied because in each instance of this language, it speaks of plurality of groups of resources. There's no singularity here at all. It's plurality, it's groups of resources, and then that uses a respective count of reference queries. When you're mentioned one way only from one site or many sites, yet only one way, and you're not linked to other sites as well, it's one-dimensional to the Panda algorithm, and your scoring or your query response is going to be lower. Now we'll stop. This is a test broadcast.